welcome to this week's Ask Charlie, to a new vlog. We are back in Sussex and I am on my main man, Colin. And Cokes is on her new pony Hooch, which so far is going really well. This week is pretty much all about ponies and horses. We've got a pony club rally tomorrow and a picnic, so Coco's going to take Hooch and that will be their first outing together, so fingers crossed all goes well. There she is, bless her. We had cricket this morning and endless loads of washing. Although I did loads down in Devon, obviously Archie got back from Italy. He had a really good time. And actually I think it's really good for him to go and have a week away with friends and you know, do something a little bit different. He's almost 14, he's growing up rapidly, and so, you know, it's really good for him. He loved Italy. He was telling us lots and lots of funny stories last night. There's a tree which is ducking. We actually all ended up staying up till quite late, just catching up and exchanging news and, you know, everything else. Actually, we're going to have a little trot along here. Let's see if I can chat and trot at the same time. We can. Dear Colin is just wonderful. So yes, we ended up having quite a late night. Arch had a cricket match this morning and I've just been catching up on washing and various things at home. It was too hot to ride mid-afternoon a week ago, but actually there's a lovely, lovely breeze and it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. So we're going to cross the river and go up into the woods, and then Coco's going to have a little practice in the sound school when we get back, and then Hooch is going to have a bath in preparation for tomorrow. So that is our plan for the rest of the day. And then this evening I have got an online Zoom cookery lesson with Dan Hayes, the London chef. He is currently in Ibiza and we are cooking Spanish food, so I'm really looking forward to that. I've actually got to make some fish stock when we get back from riding. I haven't done that yet. I got rather distracted with other things going on at home, but I need to get cracking with my fish stock because I think we're making, I haven't checked, but I think we're making a paella, something along those lines. And he said no bought stock cubes. He wants proper stock, so I better do as I'm told. Anyway, we are going to concentrate. I've got a gate to go through in a minute, which is difficult. Colin thinks he might have a little munch the hedgerow. It's a little bit difficult to go through a gate and chat to you. In fact, it's impossible. So I'm going to concentrate and I will take you over the river with us up into the woods. We are now up in the woods. I love it up here. It's so pretty. I just thought I would share with you my belt and my belt bag. It's from Peachy Belts and I've got a discount code from them, which I will link in the description of this video. It is the most useful thing. I am using it all the time for riding. When I am just in a t-shirt, I don't have a pocket to put my phone in, obviously can't vlog. So it's really, really useful, and I personally don't feel safe riding without a phone. It's a little bit like putting a helmet on, putting a seatbelt on. I just like to have my phone with me in case there's an emergency or, I don't know, whatever. It's just good to have. Anyway, we are going to crack on. We're going to go and have a little canter because there's a lovely, lovely spot up here that we can canter. The ground is soft enough. So we're going to go and do that and enjoy being out together. We're back from our ride. Hooch has had his first bath here. He was very, very good. I did it rather than Coco because I didn't know what he was going to be like. But Coco is behind me, giving Cassie a bit of a wash. I'm going to go and muck out the field. I showed you my toe on the boat, but I didn't explain what had happened. I had a little bit of an incident surfing and I think I came off the board quite hard and landed on that toe. I don't know whether it's broken or badly bruised, but apparently we break our toes quite frequently. It's a little bit painful, but actually that was now quite a few days ago and it's healing quite well. Although it's a bit black and blue, but it will be fine, and it's not holding me back, although I have rested as and when I can. Anyway, look, 3 grey ponies. What was I thinking? Anyway, dear Colin, he's going to have a bath because him and I are doing a side saddle thing, display with Coco on Sunday, so he's going to need to be spruced up for that. We've got a new washing machine in here, which is a huge relief, and that is whirring. We're washing numbers, get those dry. This is perfect drying weather. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and put my AirPods in, AirPods, I always get that wrong, and go and muck up fields. Back in from doing the horses, and I'm just getting totally prepped for my Zoom cookery with the London chef. I have got my seafood stock done. Look at that colour. So I used some lobster claws and tomato, which is what that colour is. It smells amazing, and I'm just getting everything organised, and our Zoom starts soon, which is good. The children are all being amazingly quiet. I don't know how long that will last. I've got my I Mean Business apron on, not one of my Ask Charlie's, because it's quite nice to be on the other end of me not teaching and actually just taking it all in. It's quite exciting. It's a bit of a novelty. Anyway, I need to finish getting everything ready and join the Zoom call. Good morning. Yes, I'm sporting really crazy hair. This is my new thing. I'm trying to not use so much heat on my hair. So, although these are heated rollers, they're not like really hot, and you just put them in, leave it. So I just let my hair either dry naturally or just, just blow dry it on a low setting and then pop these in. And it's saving me time, and I'm hoping it's going to be better for my hair than my big hot brush that I've been using. We have got Pony Club this morning. Yes, I've got laundry behind me. The Arga is off, but I've just got a few bits drying behind me. I am making some quick sandwiches for us to take because it's a ride followed by a picnic, and I haven't had time to do like a proper picnic, so I'm just going to make some sandwiches and keep it really simple. Last night with the London chef was great fun because of the time difference. Ended up being quite a late evening, so we can play catch up, but it was really fun. I learnt lots, and it was a really jolly evening. So yes, sandwiches, and then I need to hitch up and get going to Pony Club. I also forgot to tell you why the hair is looking like this, why I put it in rollers, because we've got a drinks party this evening, and I just thought if I did it now, then I didn't have to do it again later, and it would save time, because I find when we're going out in the evening, I end up never having enough time to get myself ready. So I get distracted with horses and children and lots of other things. So I thought just do the hair now, and then it will be lovely for later. So that is the plan. Anyhow, what else is going on? Archie's going to golf. I forgot the word for a moment. He's going to golf. Gus is coming with us, and we will be back early afternoon. So it's not a full day, but it will be fun. The weather is looking okay. It's not too hot, which is good, because actually when you're riding, you don't want it stiflingly hot, so that is a good thing. Lola is making a noise because she can smell the ham. It's really difficult to get you at the right angle, but I'm just whipping up some quick sandwiches. Anyway, I will chat to you later. We are at Pony Club. Cokes is happy. She was really nervous. This is her first outing with Hooch, and they're going to be doing a bit of cross-country jumping, so she was all a bit anxious. I just said, breathe, relax, have confidence in yourself, and if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Don't push yourself. This is just, you know, first thing, and it takes a while for you to build up a partnership with a new pony. You can't expect just to get on and it all be kind of perfect and wonderful and straightforward. It takes time to get to know one another. So anyway, hopefully it goes well. I abandoned Gus in the car and ran up to make sure that Cokes was fine. So I'm just checking on him, going to have a cuppa and then go back up and watch Coco. Anyway, it's quite nice that it's not really hot. I hope it doesn't rain because I didn't bring a waterproof with me, which is probably pretty foolish. Anyhow, almost back at the car. It's so lovely to be at home and be able to come up to the kitchen garden and see how things are getting on. Exciting. There are signs of carrots in here and in there, which is super, super exciting. I've got a lot of sweet peas that need to be picked, and I'm going to see what else needs picking. There's some dahlias, and I spied some broad beans ready as well. It's really important with sweet peas that you pick them because otherwise they go to seed. So you must pick. Even if they're going over, still pick them. And the smell is just incredible. Look at those, it's just gorgeous. I've got some whopping broad beans. Look at those, which is very, very exciting. I've also got some lettuces that have bolted, which I need to deal with. I needed to put these up, but anyway, they are looking really good. Some peas. My potatoes are looking good, but I can just see a few signs of a few peeking through, which you don't want. So when you see any signs, it's really important that you add more compost on the top to keep them underground. So I'm just going to do that right now. This lettuce is bolted, so this one look. That is pretty mega. This is going to Billy, our tortoise. He will thoroughly enjoy this. And then I'm going to pick some leaves for supper tonight. And then an onion. Look at that, absolute beauty. I needed to bring a bigger basket up. But look, I've got my dahlias and sweet peas there, got my salad and all of my beans hiding under there and an onion. So I'm going to take this lot inside, give it a good wash and do some cooking. I have got my basket of produce in from the kitchen garden. I have got these leaves, which I've just put straight in the bowl. I'm just going to cut this off. That in there and we'll give them a good wash, and then a few more leaves going on. I've also realised that I'm running a little tight on time as I need to go and pick up Archie. I'm just going to cut the end of that onion and get rid of as much of the mess as I possibly can. It's really weird, it may rain and so the light's doing crazy things. I'm sorry about that. It's just suddenly really dark and gloomy, but I am very pleased with that onion. So I'm just, all of that can go on the compost. So I'm actually going to get the children to do these broad beans. I don't know about that yet, but I'm really desperate just before I go and pick up Arch to get my flowers in water. So I've got some little vases, but the children are going to shell these broad beans. I'm also going to label these quickly. This was the stock that I made yesterday for my cookery with the London chef. So I'm just going to label it and put it in the freezer. I do not want it to go to waste. Always put the date on when you are putting things in the freezer. It's so important. And then you don't forget what it is or what the date is. And then you can always use the old things first. That is good freezer management. Those are going to go into the freezer. I have got some vases here. This, which you may see on the back of the Arga most of the time, is what I use for composting, and it's really, really useful. I'm going to put all of my beans in here because they need either shelling or a good wash, and then I can get to my flowers. I rather stupidly picked my flowers last, so they have got squashed. There's such an abundance of things in the kitchen garden that they ended up at the bottom of the basket. I should have taken 2 baskets with me, which would have been sensible. These look really yummy. In fact, I'm going to eat one now. Little peas, and they're so tasty and so fresh and good. Anyway, those to one side. I've got all of my dailies. So because we've been away, I had a friend that came to pick sweet peas last week because it's really important that they are picked. Otherwise they go to seed and then they're over. And if you pick them regularly, then you get a really good crop. Literally going to throw them in. Now tomorrow the children are going up to London with Simon, and I have got the Midhurst Buds and Blooms Society. I don't think I've talked to you about that, which is amiss of me. So the Midhurst Buds and Blooms Society is a flower club. The old original Midhurst Flower Club was coming to an end, and my friend Marianne decided that this couldn't happen. Sorry, I've got bits of peas. This couldn't happen. She needed to do something about it, so she has set up the Midhurst Buds and Blooms, and it is a flower club. It's for all those people that just love putting flowers in vases, growing flowers, or everything to do with flowers, basically. And I am on the committee doing their social media, and we have a meeting once a month on the last Tuesday of every month. And so we have our meeting tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. And then there's a break. We don't have a meeting in August, so it'll be the last one for a little while, and we are doing tablescapes. And then the members of the flower club are invited to bring an exhibition piece to have on the table and, you know, show off what they have been busy creating. I'm not sure I'm going to do an exhibition piece because I don't think I've got time. Maybe if I spent less time chatting to you guys. But in all honesty, Penny has got to go, not Penny, Florence is going to the groomers tomorrow. I've got to sort out the children, the horses, and the lady that does the teas and coffees and cake tomorrow is away. So I'm in charge of that. And I'm not sure I've got time to do a masterpiece of a flower arrangement. However, we will see. I may change my mind. I may get uber creative and do something. We will see. Look at this gorgeous dahlia. A really sad thing, so there's no stem, there's no length. I will pop it in a jar. Let's see. I fill that right to the top with water. It may sit on there. Yes, look, that works. It works, it works. So I'm going to just plonk these in some water. Go and get Archie. Also, with dahlias, it's really important to pick them. So these ones had gone over, but I've just picked them, and I will, you know, pick that one as well. It's seen better days, so I'm not even going to bother putting that in water. Always take the leaves off. So I should just plonk these, that one's gone as well, in some water and see if I feel creative to make something. Always useful keeping jars and things different heights. They can go in there and I will titivate them later on. Right, I'm just going to get the eldest. I've just been up to the greenhouse and got these out. That is a cucumber, which is looking pretty good. That has got rather large. That is a pretty perfect courgette. These are yellow ones. And so I am going to make a broad bean and courgette soup using my onion from the kitchen garden. I'm just going to chop it up and fry those. All the dogs are running around, so there's quite a lot of noise potentially going on. I've just fed them, and this is what happens. Penny and Florence bark over their food, which is really annoying. And then Lola tries to go and get involved and steal it. The joy of dogs. And actually, this onion is going to make me fry a lot. Doesn't need to be perfect because I'm actually going to blitz it with my blender when I've cooked it. Onions into my cruising. I have just put a little bit of olive oil in there. I haven't waited to heat it up too much. In fact, that has gone to a marrow, so I'm not going to use that big one, but I'm going to use this little one here, and I'm just going to chop it up into sort of small little bits. I'm going to use a blender, so it doesn't need to be you know, really small. It's the problem with going away on holiday. Everything seems to be ready while you're away. It's so frustrating. Anyway, we have got courgettes and we have got broad beans, and there's only a few courgettes that have turned to marrows. I got this yellow one in the nick of time. I love the colour of yellow courgettes, particularly in a salad. I just think they look so vibrant, but I thought I would just make a summer soup for us to enjoy. In fact, then those have gone too, so I haven't got as much courgette as I thought. Actually, these little ones will be fine. They're quite hard, but they will be absolutely fine in my soup. We are going to be a bit late for the party because Simon is held up in the office, and as you can see, I am not ready, but it's walking distance, so it doesn't matter too much. But I can see that there are people beginning to arrive, so I'm going to have to do a very quick change when Sigh gets home. And I can get my soup on. Simmering away. My onions are just cooking away there, and I'm going to add in some roughly chopped garlic, 3 cloves. Always add the garlic after you've started cooking the onions. Let the onions cook for a good few minutes first before adding the garlic, because the garlic doesn't need as long and you don't want to burn the garlic. I'm going to add some sea salt now, a couple of pinches. I've got a jug of boiling water, and I've just taken my homemade stock cubes out of the freezer. These are something that I taught on my batch cooking course how to make. We're just going to plonk one of those in there. Flavour from homemade stock is second to none. You can't beat it. My basil is looking slightly worse for wear, but I'm just going to pick some leaves, and I've got some mint down here as well. I'm going to add in some mint and basil, and just a really kind of yummy, fresh soup. Pretty much all homegrown, which I love. It's so exciting being able to go and pick your own. Probably wonder what the panting is. I've got Lola at my feet, who's been playing with the ball. She's rather over-exerted herself and is panting. Right, I'm going to add in my courgettes, my broad beans. Gussie shelled them while I went to pick up Archie from golf, which is perfect. In they go. My herbs. And then my stock. I'm going to cover it with stock. Just give it a quick stir. Smell is incredible. I'm going to pop the lid on and let that simmer away, and then I probably will actually blitz it when we get back, because I need to go and get changed now, ready to go out. So the world's quickest change. I titivated my hair, added a little bit of makeup. It's my handsome husband, and we are just walking up the lane. You may be able to hear the party going on. Archie's coming with us. He's up there playing on his phone, and we've left Coco and Gussie at home because they really didn't want to come. They're quite happy watching a movie, so we've left them to it, and we won't be very long. I failed to vlog this morning. It was a bit crazy at home, but I'm here at the Midhurst Buds Blooms Society June meeting, and I'm a bit overexcited. I'm here in official capacity with my name badge, but I'm going to try and show you. In fact, I'm going to turn you around and show you. So it's exhibition day today, and our members have made arrangements and have brought them to show us all, and it's amazing seeing the wonderful variety, the creativity of this wonderful group of people. It isn't just ladies, we've got a couple of gentlemen as well, which is really lovely, but it's just so fun, and for me it's really lovely to be on a committee and to have a reason to escape kind of my hectic life and come and do something really lovely with amazing creative people. I learn masses from it, and I get masses out, so it you know, there are huge benefits. I'm going to quickly spin you round. But we've got Lamb and Newt here today talking about how to create tablescapes, so I will see if I can video a little bit and share that with you. Tanya, who is normally in charge of tea and coffee and cakes, isn't here today. She's away on holiday, so I have got my apron on, and our members, our wonderful members, have made all of these incredible cakes, which I actually haven't had lunch, so I have to have a little nibble in a moment when they're speaking. Try not to eat it all. Look at these wonderful, wonderful cakes. It's so beautiful. So I didn't puree this yesterday evening when I got back. It was too late and I was feeling a little bit tipsy, so actually I put it in the fridge and I have left it. And then it's been a completely crazy day, so I may have already told you this, forgive me if I have, but I took Florence to the groomer this morning, an amazing dog groomer that we go to locally, and it actually took longer than I thought it was going to take. And I needed to get everything ready for Midhurst Buds Blooms, and I ended up doing a food shop and doing a few errands in Horsham, whizzing around, and I ended up, do you know when you have those days where you just chase your tail endlessly and there wasn't even a spare moment to breathe? Probably because I went to bed too late last night. I never drink on a Monday night, and so I wasn't up and kind of on it this morning as I normally would be, and so therefore I've paid the price, been playing catch up all day. Anyway, such a lovely afternoon at Buds and Blooms. I felt a little bit, this might sound really silly, a little bit emotional because we've got so many amazing members, and being part of this incredible community from the start and seeing the members arrive with their incredible creations. I mean, one lady turned up with, she called it After 8, and it had mint, so the theme was tablescape, so it was, you know, things for the table, and everything was from her garden. There were strawberries in there were red currants, there was mint, there was all sorts of wonderful things, and she was like, it's really bad and I don't know why I've done this because everyone else has done flowers, and she was so nervous. But actually Lamb and Newt, who were giving us giving us the tablescape demo, picked that as their absolute favourite. I mean, it was just incredible, and she was so nervous, and I really hope that it gave her a wonderful, wonderful confidence boost. And it was just fab. And then all of these wonderful members, so we asked for a few people to volunteer to bring a cake, and I think 5 people bought something that they had baked. And the community spirit is just amazing, and I think that just made me feel a little bit emotional that that there's such lovely, kind, genuine, gorgeous people, and spending an afternoon with them just filled my heart with love. I mean, what more could you want? Well, for me personally, beautiful flowers, beautiful people, tablescapes with uber talented people giving us this incredible demo. I love all of the committee members. They're just gorgeous, so it's always such a treat to see them, and the children had a great afternoon with Simon, so everybody is happy. Anyway, I'm completely prattling on. I need to blitz this up, so I am using this, which is a great bit of kit. It's a Kenwood tri-blade. I use it for so many different things. You actually don't want to puree your soup when it's really, really hot anyway, because it can splash and you could burn yourself. So it's not a bad thing to let it cool completely. If you don't have time to do it, you can put it in the fridge and it will wait till the following day. I'm going to puree it up now. We're not going to eat this today. I think we're going to have it for lunch tomorrow with some crusty bread. If not, I can put it in the freezer. But it's best, you know, to get ahead. Didn't want those veggies going to waste, so really good to use them. Anyway, let's puree. Always have a taste and check your seasoning and see whether it needs anything added to it. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Now you could add some Greek yogurt to this, I'm going to actually serve it warm. You can serve it cold. I'm going to serve it warm with some grated parmesan and crusty bread. But the options are endless. But actually I think soup isn't just for the winter. I think soup in the summer can be really lovely too. And you can serve it cold as a starter, and you know, that's really delicious too. Hi. There may be a bit of background noise because actually, well, there's 4 children in the house at the moment. Archie is at golf again. He's completely gone golf mad, which is great. He's trying to get his handicap at the moment, so he's spending as much time there as possible. I've been rushing around this morning. First thing I had an appointment with Richard, my homeopathic doctor, which is always good. Half an hour just to take some time for me, just to focus. My energy levels haven't been what they have been, so talking to him about that. And then the girls arrived with their ponies for the sleepover, so there is great excitement. I've just sent them into the drawing room while I cook lunch. So we are having pasta, peas and bacon at their request. So I've finely chopped a shallot and I'm just going to start frying this in a little bit of butter and cook that for their lunch. Pasta, peas and bacon is one of those recipes I can literally do in my sleep. The children know how to cook it too. It's been something that I've been cooking for them, gosh, I think since they were tiny, tiny, tiny little toddlers, and they love it and it goes down really well. So my butter is just heating up there. I really, really miss having the arga, but anyway, it's fine. And I'm just doing quick pasta, which takes 3 minutes. So this can literally be ready in under 10 minutes, which is just pretty perfect. And it's great if you've got, you know, lots of children, you can just whip it up pretty quickly. So I'll put that on. So after my appointment with Richard, Coco and I had to go and do a few errands. My horse clippers, which I had as a child, finally died. So I needed to go and invest in a new pair because Cassie needs clipping. Coco's pony we clip all year round. And we've got this side saddle demonstration on Sunday, so she needs to be looking super smart for that. So she's going to be clipped later this week for that. And yes, so what else do we do? I needed to buy an ironing board for the B&Bs that are coming to stay. I think this is their 3rd or 4th time staying with us, and she said, is there an ironing board and an iron that we can use? And there wasn't. Well, there's an iron, but not an ironing board. And actually, for the last few weeks, I seem to have been ironing for all the B&B guests. So I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to invest in an ironing board for them, pop an iron up there, and then they can help themselves. And I don't need to get involved in doing their ironing as well. We've got the sweetest couple staying at the moment. They're so lovely. He's a retired vicar, and she, his wife, such a lovely lady, has been really involved in Girl Guides and Scouts and things like that. So we've been chatting lots because the girl's going to be camping later on. We haven't pitched the tent yet, but we will be doing that. They're going to do most of it. I'm just going to oversee it because it's really good that they learn how to do it. Anyhow, this is bubbling. Just cook that shallot for a moment before I add in the bacon. Now, these vlogs over the summer holidays are going to be a bit random, and I hope that you don't mind. But for me, juggling the children, and they're my absolute priority, it's quite hard, you know, vlogging as well and doing lots of kind of how-to videos. So bear with me over the summer holidays. I'm going to keep going. Last year I took all of August off, but actually I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to keep going, but they might be a bit random, a bit of me all over the place. I wanted to vlog first thing this morning, but actually there wasn't time. It's just quite full on at the moment. I was up early. I did my workout, which was really good. It was upper body this morning. It was quite I used my bigger weights too. Quite challenging. I wanted to push myself a bit. Right, that is cooked enough. So I'm just going to add in some chopped pancetta. I want to cook that until it's nice and crispy and all of the fat has burnt off. And I find with this recipe, the great thing is if you've got more people, you can just add in more chopped bacon, more peas, and just bulk it out, which is really great. So my bacon is nice and crispy, and I've got my water on to boil here. I'm going to add in some peas. Stir those through. I've got my pot of stock out of the freezer, and I'm just going to use a small amount of stock in there. Stir that through. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. Not adding any water at the moment, but I will be adding some pasta water in a mo. Put the lid on. My water is just nearly boiling. I'm going to add in some sea salt. And then I'm going to use a bag and a half of pasta. Alexa, set the timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
And now I'm going to use my ladle just to add some water into there. Pop the lid on and just wait for the pasta to cook. And while that is cooking, I'm going to grate some parmesan. So in my drawer here, it's really important to have your kitchen laid out so it works well for you. So I've got everything in this drawer. Not everything, but a lot of things in this drawer. So a clip for the pasta, that can go back in the fridge. Those can go back in the freezer. And I have got some parmesan, which I am going to grate. Let's I'm going to use my microplane. I love the microplane. It's really handy. I haven't done garlic bread today, but often I would, and that, you know, just fills them up a little bit more. I find in the summer holidays it's just endless meals. Archie's got really good at cooking for everybody. He really enjoyed his trip to Italy, and he did cook for the whole family. Or maybe not the whole family, but most of them one evening, which apparently was very delicious, and they were very pleased about. So look, cheese is done, and we're almost ready to eat. Right, the pasta is cooked. Let's take the lid off that, still on a low heat, and I'm just going to add the pasta in to there like that. And then a little glug of double cream. A stir, and voila, lunch for 5. Hang on, no, how many are we? Well, yes, 5, and enough left over for Archie later when he gets back, if he would like some. So I'm just going to stir it all through and serve it up for these hungry girls and Gussie and me. All love pasta, peas and bacon. Ooh, girls, what was that? Oh. Serving up. These girls are having so much fun. They've written up a list of riding dares that they have to carry out, and then they're going to do fancy dress and then go for a hack, and then gymkhana games this evening. So I was called to say, shall we do a barbecue for them? So when I go and pick up Archie, I need to pop to the butcher's and get some bits and pieces to barbecue. So it's lots of fun. I'll turn around. Coco and her two friends. So gorgeous.
How's Hooch going to react to this? You know, he's ever. He only had a ball.
Well done.
Will Coco get off? Right, Coco. Go. Yes. Go. Go. Yes! Yes! Success! Yes! Strong sense of like,
So now they've all swapped ponies, having manoeuvred from one pony to another without touching the ground. They're having so much fun. It's very, very sweet. So now they're jockeys. Here's one. Oh, she's already off. We're off. And there's Coco. And now they're riding side saddle, or normal saddles. Look at these two waiting to go. So Neve has got to canter with a cup of water in her hand, and the winner is the one that has the most water in the cup at the end. They're doing it one at a time because otherwise I think it could get a little bit lively. I'm going to end this week's vlog here by my wisteria. It's actually really exciting. We have got some more buds coming through for a second flowering. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. It's been a lot going on, lots of horses. There's more horses next week, but also I'm going to be packing because we are going on a family holiday, which I'm really, really excited about. My whole family, so I'll be sharing packing tips with you next week, but sending you lots and lots of love. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. Remember to leave a comment, to like this video and share it with anyone that you think may enjoy watching. Anyway, lots of love, and I will see you again next week. So, I had finished this week's vlog, but I'm seriously impressed. I went to pick up Archie from golf, having just chatted to you, and I've come back and look at what those girls have done. They've put up the tent by themselves. They've got a table in there. They've got their beds all made. Very, very impressive. And I tell you what, I'm blooming happy that they've done it and I don't have to battle with a tent. And it's one less thing for me to do because actually I need to get cooking for a picnic that we are having tomorrow.